second. Okay.
This one's pretty obvious. He didn't have takeoff clearance. He kept going and he killed himself.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with me? I'm sitting in your audience.
Mhm.
What does this have to do with me? Like,
Okay.
what is the problem I'm having? I'm not in the airline industry. I go, yeah, it killed a lot of people. Thank God it wasn't me. Not my responsibility. What is the problem that your speech is that I'm having? What's the problem that I'm having?
Well, let's think about that. Everybody's rejected advice from a wife or a coworker or whatever. They've lost money in the stock market because they put a pig in the poke.
Yeah, I lost money because I got advice from somebody.
Exactly.
So it's not really about advice, is it?
No.
Let me just look here and see something. I'll show you. Accidents, avoiding accidents. Accidents. Tell me about accidents. We're all scared of accidents happening.
Well, I could tell you stories forever, but
No, I want to know, you're talking to me in the audience, and I want to know the problem that I have. What's the problem?
Well, let's take another example. Let's say that things are going very smoothly and you just figure it's on autopilot, I don't have to do anything. You stop minding the store and all of a sudden you find out that your bookkeeper stole $1 million from you.
Okay, why don't we start? Let me just type some ideas, and it might be for shit, but let me just start, okay? Okay, so what are people worried about right now?
Well.
And you can chime in, Ed, anytime you want. All right, hold it down, Ed, for God's sake. All right. I don't know why it's giving Ed a hard time tonight. So, okay, so what are things that people are worried about right now? Like they might die because of what? They might die because of what?
Well,
terrorist attack. I'm just going to start the ball rolling.
All right.
Terrorist attack. What else?
Well, school shooting, obviously.
Yeah, gun violence.
And I think people are starting to get more and more worried about the uneasiness of North Korea.
Yeah, North Korea. War with Iran, right? Okay. Anything? Global warming.
Well,
global warming. Global.
I'm on the other side of that spectrum. I figure if these nut jobs get in Congress, we're going to have to take a train to London.
Yeah. What about global warming? What about what are we frightened of? Like things that are going to kill us? Oh, measles. I can't spell it. Outbreak.
I'll figure it out.
Oh, it's another Ed. Hey, Ed Babcock. Glad to see you. Yay.
Hey, how are you?
We're talking about, Ed, just to bring you in the loop, what are some things that you're worried about that are going to kill you?
How to not just kill you, but maybe wreck your day or wreck your life.
Yeah. Drunk drivers.
Okay. An angry wife.
What?
An angry wife.
An angry wife.
How about an angry ex-wife?
Yeah, that too.
Ex-wife. Okay. All right. I think we've got something here. Most of us are living in fear, right?
Of something.
Yeah, living in fear of, a terrorist attack, gun, oh my God, North Korea, is testing bombs, right? Bombs, let's just do one political. So global warming, what's it going to do to me?
Well, as I say, you'll end up taking trains to London if you let these nut jobs have their way.
No, but global warming, how it's going to affect me, what's something that's going to happen? Global warming, oh God,
I think I would stay away from that one.
are rising, and
Well,
I live on the coast. Right. All right, the oceans are rising.
but they're not.
Let me just see, I'll show you, there's a measles outbreak, and I, go on a road trip, but a drunken driver might kill me.
Or distracted driver. It doesn't have to be drunk, just distracted.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
drunk. But a millennial who is texting and driving will probably kill me, right? Okay, all right, you guys can see that. Kill me, right? That's good. That was a good point. All right, right? And let's not even get into the revenge of my angry ex-wife. Okay. Now this is kind of funny. I mean, it's good. It's a good rant,
The things I don't have an ex-wife, thank goodness. At least I hope I don't.
I'm John Morris.
Yeah.
I'm a airline disaster expert.
I was aircraft expert disaster.
What?
Aircraft expert. Aircraft disaster, not just airline, because
Let's just
a lot
put
of
the word in
general
it.
aviation
Let's
airplanes.
just put that in
All right.
an airline exec.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm the guy. I'm just going to write. You can clean it up, but I'm making it better. I'm the guy. Airlines call to investigate. Are you the guy or the insurance companies?
I'm the insurance company.
I'm the guy. Okay. Insurance companies called to investigate airline crashes to see, how it could have been prevented.
Actually, what they're really interested in is, do we owe money? And if so, somebody else owe money.
Yeah. Okay.
In fact, one of my clients introduced me. They said, I'm their janitor in California because that's where I clean up their messes.
Right. Oh, I love that. They call me the who calls me? Airlines or insurance?
No, the insurance company.
Yeah, they call me the janitor because I'm the guy who cleans up messes, right?
Yeah.
That's me. I'm just making it a little more,
That's okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? A little more friendly personality, your personality, John. I'm the guy who cleans up messes. That's me. Oh, hold on one second. My dog is. Great. Oh, God, this is so good.
Well, I can tell you my elevator pitch is that I specialize in airplane transactions and lawsuits. If the machine has wings, I can do the transaction. And if it has one wing, I can do the lawsuit.
That's funny, but that's an in joke. If I was in the airline business, I would be laughing my ass off. Okay, so I'm the guy who cleans up messes. That's me. Okay, that's me.
Okay.
That's me. Give me some credentials, right?
Well, aerospace engineering degree from Princeton.
Insert credentials.
Okay.
But not long. Just, your major top three, right?
Yeah, aerospace engineering degree.
I
okay.
will come to your company and No, okay. Let's see. Okay. I keynote on, what's the title? Insert title.
I would say life lessons learned from airplane crashes.
Keynote on life is, okay. Okay. Life lessons learned from airline crashes. Okay. All right. Okay, something like this. I keynote on life lessons earned from MMA because, I'm going to show your people that how I'm going to show your people, and I think now we can go in, how I'm going to show, I maybe just cut to your people, how you can learn, you can use the lessons, you can
use the lessons learned from airplane crashes.
learn how you can learn from the mistakes and apply those lessons you're learning to prevent serious consequences and sometimes disaster. Because most calamities are caused not by the big stuff,
By the little stuff.
but the small stuff. Okay. Right? But the small
things are the
stuff.
big things.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to show how, and then give me some things, how, to let go of, I need to know, I'm going to show how to, boom, insert,
Think of
boom,
three. Okay.
insert, right? Okay. And I'm going to do this in a, sharing insider. Everybody wants insider information about airline crashes, insider information, airline crashes, and how these lessons can avoid calamity in your work, your family, and your something, and your life, right? And your life.
Sure.
I mean, these are life lessons not to be missed. Okay? How's that look? Good?
Yeah. Now, can you email that, copy and paste and email that to me?
I think I can figure that out.
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Just hold on 1 second. Dropbox, beam, do, and this is console, John Morris. I'll just put Morris. Okay, John, do you want to read this now?
Okay, starting with John Morse.
What?
John,
read it. Most of us are
living in fear of something. Perhaps the terrorist attack, gun violence. Oh my God, North Korea testing bombs again.
Right? Yeah.
Global warming. There's a measles outbreak, and I'm on a road trip, but a millennial is texting and driving and probably kill me. Let's not even get into the possibility of revenge from an angry ex-wife.
Yeah. Okay, good.
I'm John Morse. I'm an aviation attorney. I'm the guy insurance companies call to investigate airplane crashes to see how they could have been prevented. They call me the janitor because I'm the guy that cleans up their messes. I have a degree in aerospace engineering from Princeton. I hold an airline transport pilot certificate. I've been a professional pilot and I've been an aircraft aviation attorney for more than 40 years. I'm going to show you how we can learn from the mistakes that result in aircraft accidents and apply those lessons in our own lives to prevent serious consequences and sometimes disasters. Because most calamities are caused not by the big stuff, but by the small stuff. I'm going to show you how to avoid complacency when everything seems to be going fine. Know when to break the rules in a serious emergency. And let me think of another good one. Listen to the people around you. And I'm going to do this sharing inside information about airplane crashes, how these lessons can avoid calamity in your work, your family, and your life. These are life lessons not to be missed.
Yes. I think this is going to be a really good leadership speech, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a leadership speech. And let me see, let me put it in the chat, and then you can download it. Let's see, more, share file, and
Okay, I'm looking in the chat. I don't see it yet.
all right, do you see it now?
I see it. So I can just select all.
Yeah, just grab it. Just grab it. Janice, how are you?
Good. How are you?
So good to see you, Janice. Always a pleasure. Ed Babcock, though, is next. Okay, so this is my second Judy Jam because I got effed up and I forgot all about, I don't know, whatever, but I'm doing this again. Okay, so Ed.
Yes.
Ed, darling, what do you need from me? What do you want?
Well, I sent you over. I continue to tweak and update my lesson 5 outline. I have progressed through. I believe it's video 11.
Now, did you see the introduction video? Because that's the only video you need to watch.
Well, I know.
Okay, good. But you're being thorough.
Yeah, and I'm getting things out of it every time I do one. So.
Oh, well, that's awesome. Okay, I was just trying to do a thing where, but most millennials just want things very quickly, so that's why I did that. So
I'm a long way from being a millennial.
Yeah, I know. Me too. I'm with you on that, Ed.
I'm a baby boomer from before there was a boom.
Hilarious. All right. So,
hey, the last time we spoke,
I don't know if I got your thing. It's from, what's your email? I'll search for it.
Eddie 4353.
Eddie.
At Gmail.
4353
at Gmail.
53 at Gmail, and it's EDDIE, Eddie.
Yep. 4353.
4353 at gmail.com. I don't have anything. Can you send it again?
I will.
Yes.
But basically, the tweaks that I made in that lesson, and I resent it to you, aren't monumental. Trying to clean it up a little bit so it's easier for me to repeat it.
Let me see if I can find the homework. Maybe it's in Judy Jam. No, Judy Jam homework. If you can send it to me, you can even put it in the chat, and then I'll come back to you if you could do that. That would be so awesome.
Okay.
Because I like to see, where you're at and what you're learning. Janice, darling, how can I help you?
I was just trying to pull. I reworked my message of you statement, but I can't find it. So I'll.
But is it in your heart and your soul? Okay, you look for it. Meanwhile, I will tell you the disaster of my TED Talk. Okay, I did TED Talk last week.
Yeah,
okay.
In New York?
No, I did it in like an hour from here. I had to drive to someplace. I didn't even know the names of these freeways. It was way out in someplace in LA, in California. And, but I was lucky because a lot of people flew in. They didn't have mic setups. They didn't have light setups. They didn't have, And so I got in there and I went, I'm ready for my sound check. And they go, well, you don't need mics. And I'm going, you could just, talk loudly. And I'm going, we're speakers. I'm talking about a point in my life where I wanted to kill myself. I'm going to be shouting that? It's something you whisper into a microphone. It's not like and then I called suicide hotline. You don't do that. And so I took charge. I got the mics all working, and then I said, you need to turn lights on. They didn't know how to turn them on because they were in this new space, was an elementary school. I got the lights working. I took the camera guy at the corner. I said, you need to stand right here. Anyway, I do my talk. It kills, right? It kills. I'm going like, I'm so glad I worked that out and did that. I get off stage, and these are high school kids. The guy behind the camera was sitting there talking to some girl. I go, where's your camera? And he goes, yeah, well, whatever. I ran out of, hard drive space.
Oh, no.
What? So anyway. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Ready? I'm so upset because I did this, I don't do free gigs, but I did this because I'm doing a new speech and I need video on it. So I'm renting a theater. I'm buying on Amazon the friggin' red carpet, and I'm going to do it myself. Because I'm going to invite people and in a big theater, and then it'll look fantastic. And I can control it because I realize you do free gigs to get a video, but it's really hard to get a good looking video. And I'm talking about a video for like a high price. You can't just be in a kind of multi-purpose room. If to get like $15,000 a gig, you have to be on a large theater. So we'll see how it goes. If it goes well, and I might recommend it to you guys.
Well, Judy, I do have a question. When we do a gig, if we have a camera 15 feet away from us, as you say, they're going to be talking, they're going to pick up their version of what they're saying more than they're taking my version.
Oh, that's a really good point, and I know exactly how to get around that.
Okay.
One of my clients, let me see if I have her video, but I'm going to show you an example of somebody who did. She's one of my private consulting clients, but let me just show you the problems. She did. She's privately consulting with me, and she did a gig, and the very next day she had to do a TED Talk. So let me just go here and show you this. Oh wait, what am I doing here? 1 second, you guys. Share. Okay, let me show you this. Okay, so here's what a gig looks like. First of all, okay, so here's Lynette. What is the problem? Anybody?
No audience.
What?
There's no
there's
audience.
a big audience. Wait, so.
And it's a nice.
Really good video, really good video. She has really good video. She has a good picture. What is the problem?
There's no sound.
Oh, okay. Hold on 1 second. There is plenty of sound. It's not because there's no sound. Just give me 1 second. Share. Okay. Oh, jeez. No, the problem isn't with the sound. There's great sound. I just didn't have it on. Let me turn it on. Just 1 second. Let me just turn it on. Okay.
The angle was wrong because we didn't see her face.
What, Janice?
We didn't see her face was shot from the side.
Exactly. Camera placement is a disaster. Okay, look, can you see her eyes? Can you see her eyes? No, you can't see her eyes, right? Okay, so if you're going to record yourself, You have to put the camera in front. And when you're performing, you treat that camera as if it's your best friggin' friend who's sitting in the audience. Give a couple looks to the camera. Totally okay. All right. So another problem, what is another problem with this that could have been prevented?
Well, is there an audience there? If so,
Yes, there's a huge audience there.
Audience in that picture.
Okay, so maybe have another camera, maybe a GoPro. One second. Cody, quiet. Maybe have a GoPro set up to get some audience shots. But you know what I do? Once I get a good video, like I perform a lot, I get a good video, then I just start, shooting the audience. You know what I do? I shoot the audience. I'll show you something. Okay, this is hysterical. I just spoke at a Toastmasters event last week. And so what I did was here. There was like the guard before me. And I don't know if you can see this.
So
Yes.
how do you?
Recorded them plotting for somebody else. The person who went on before me, just to get some shots. If there's a speaker on stage before me and they're getting laughs, I'll shoot the audience on my iPhone. So, just to get that. But what else is wrong that could have been prevented? I'll tell you right now, let's not waste time. What's with the friggin' the door?
Yeah.
Shade? Wouldn't that be nice? Pull the shade down.
Yeah.
And I hate PowerPoint. The screen everything reeks like this is a $500 speaker. Do you know what I'm saying? So we can't use this. What would have been good is that if it's a free gig, you have a platform that you're standing on? Because if she was standing on a platform, you look and you put your camera. Now, somebody asked me about you never use the camera. The audio is more important than the video. They have to hear you. So what you do is, if you saw what she had, she was holding a mic. She had a lavalier on her thing. Her lavalier is a wireless mic, and it's hooked into the camera. So you're having like this, or sometimes you have to wear two lavalier mics. One goes directly to your camera, and the other one is for AC. So you always record your audio through a wireless mic, a lavalier that's hooked directly to your camera. Otherwise, you're going to hear people by the camera going, I'm kind of tired. Where do you want to go for drinks tonight? Do you want Mexican food or Italian? That's what you'll get. You'll get the people talking by the camera. So you never want that. You want, and they're very cheap on Amazon.
I just checked prices today at a music store. It was like $300 for a whole set.
No. Do you want me to tell you how much it is? Do you want me to show you? Oh, God, what I do for you people. Okay, so this is wireless mic. Let me just see. One second. AV for hand. No, I can't find.
I'll see if I can find it.
Oh, I'll get it. I just bought one. Okay, I'm going to show you right now. Amazon. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm going to show you. Okay, so you get a camera, and then you get this.
Well, can I use my cell phone camera?
No, they're so cheap. They're like a couple $100 to get an HD camera. Okay, a Canon HD camera with, and then let me just show you orders. All right. Oh God, don't look. You're going to see how much I bought. Don't look. I'll just show you. Wireless mic. Okay, you'll now know I'm a shopaholic. I used this and was absolutely fantastic. Can you guys see that?
Yep.
So this was hooked to me, and then the other side was hooked to the camera, and it picked up great. And I have really expensive mics, but actually I thought this was better.
So it's 139 for the whole system?
The whole system. And then you need a camera. And so you just, I don't know what cameras are good now, but you need a camera with a wireless mic plug-in and a shoe. It's
Okay,
a way to hook something on top of it.
So my cell phone wouldn't work?
No. Unless, what are you going to record your audio into? You have to record it into something.
You can use that. There's something called a Hey mic you can use.
I don't know, but I'd use an HD Canon. I like Canon cameras, Canon video.
So
Yeah.
Judy, we can't see the words. Can you tell us the name of this?
Oh, you can't see any words?
It's all blurred.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
You see that? Take
Yeah.
a screenshot of it. Okay.
All right, hold on. Okay.
Yeah, it's really good. Okay, there's that. And then there's, you know, the video camera. Like, what is this, $200? I don't know if it has a shoe on it, but, you know, you don't need all this shit. But anyway, a camera is pretty cheap. What is this, a Canon right here? What is this? This one comes with everything. Anyway.
That looks like that's a cam. Oh yeah, that's a
like
cam.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, there you go. All right, end of story. Okay. All right, who needs more help? And then I'm going to go have some dinner.
Oh, I do.
Oh, who's that?
It's Victoria.
Oh, hey, Victoria. How are you doing? Okay.
I'm fine.
Ed, 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Ed, did you get, did you find your document?
I did. I sent it over to both of your email addresses that I have.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. Let me just get that. Okay, just give me 1 second. All right. All right.
You had kind of kicked my butt the last time we talked about getting off my can and going out there and getting some things booked with people that I knew. I know tons of people. I was just fishing in the wrong pond.
What do you mean?
You know, I went through a struggle trying to figure out how do I put my round peg in a square hole in terms of trying to go speaking at businesses and commercial. And,
Yeah.
you know, I've aborted that and decided that where I'm going is with where I came from, which is to churches and ministry leaders and that kind of thing. And as a result, I have 4 gigs booked beginning in 2 weeks on Sundays. And I have a men's conference booked for October, another one that we're scheduling probably in June and July, and then another one I don't have a date on yet, but it's going to be sometime in the fall.
That is so awesome. So don't you feel good about it? Like you feel like you can do this, right?
I can.
Yes, you can. And I think if you were like, I'm doing this business thing, I don't know. I mean, it might be a little more murky. And here's the thing, what happens. You are on the board of life. You got yourself on your board. You're getting it out. You're connecting with people. You're in the flow of life. And then who knows what's going to happen, right?
Yep.
I have found, like, once I put myself out there, all of a sudden things start to happen. Okay? So I'm proud of you. I just want to say that really clearly.
Thank you.
I'm really proud of you. So we have, you know, how church leaders and parents who grew up fatherless, church leaders, Christian parents, you know, just a lot of us grow up powerless. Parents who go farther have to deal with feeling the one person they count on failed them. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Fail their own kids. I love it. I think you found a home, and people have tell me how people have responded to when you pitched it to them? Like, how did you get these gigs?
Well, the pastor of the church that I attend, I actually gave him a pre-copy of my book, which is Call Me Dad, Five Steps to Becoming the Parent You Never Had. He never had a dad. And when he read it, there were parts of it where he just broke down in tears. And so when I went back and I said, hey, I really feel the word I used was a burden to share with parents how they can be successful at parenting. Most of them never had a clue. They came from homes where they were dysfunctional from the get-go, and so they think that's what their lot in life is going to be when it comes to raising their kids. And he said, well, when can we set something up? I said, well, tell me what you want to do. And so we talked about doing seminars versus Sunday morning. Obviously, the biggest crowd is there on a Sunday morning. And so he scheduled me for 4 consecutive Sunday morning sermons, we call them. And
how long is each sermon?
About 35 minutes.
Well, this is good. Now you're going to videotape each one of them, correct?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And you're going to get that mic we just talked about.
Well, the thing that's amazing, the pastor of my church comes from a background where he owned his own video business. And I've seen some of the work that he's done, and he's incredible.
Well, that's great. So you got that now you can focus on your speech.
He said, I can do that for you. And I said, well, would you charge me something for it? He said, absolutely not. He says, we're going to make a killer video for you.
All right. So now you've got to get your content.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
All right. Well, that sounds great. Now, Janice, we're going to talk to you a bit, right?
Okay. So I decided, you're going to laugh, I hope, to go old school. And I made a box. This is my new CRM system. It's a box of index cards, alphabetized with little alphabetical tabs. And I decided to make a binder called my sales binder. And in there is going to be descriptions of 3 of my speeches with the takeaways and some other stuff, like my one sheet and my message of you statement. So I rewrote my message of you statement.
Do you want to practice right now?
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm just like a meeting planner. And I go, okay, we're going to have a conversation now, okay? So this is everybody's going to come to this point. Ed Babcock did it successfully. So, Janice, let's just say who do you want me to be? What kind of meeting planner do you want me to be?
Any effing kind of meeting planner you want. I don't know the difference.
All right. So before you get into it, ask me a couple questions so you could just your thing, okay? Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So, how many people will be at this event?
Yeah, there'll be about we have about 500 people who come.
And what level will they be in their job? Will they be VPs or individual contributors or both?
No, none of those. See,
none of those. Well, what kind of people?
Let me ask you. Let me try it. I'm going to go. Hey, Janice, tell me about the people in the audience and what their challenges are. Tell me about that, Janice. Go ahead. We're switching now. Tell me about the people in the audience and what challenges they're facing.
Wow, that was weird.
Did you hear me or?
No, I somehow.
Okay, Janice, tell me about, the people in the audience, what challenges they're facing.
Well, you know how people in companies are unengaged and
you're not understanding what I'm saying. What I'm saying is okay, ask me that question. Go ahead. Judy, tell me about your organization and what challenges. How many people are relevant? Okay.
Okay. Judy, tell me about the people in the audience and what some of their challenges are.
Oh, well, okay. We have about 200 entrepreneurs. They're all women. And they're really having difficulty feeling so divided between, taking care of their family. Many of them are single mothers, and they're trying to run their own business. And, a lot of them are getting very burnt out trying to do it all. So, Janice, what do you speak on?
I speak on a couple of different wellness issues. My most popular topic right now is banishing burnout to manage stress.
No, that's not how you do it. You're not talking, this is what you say. You say, okay, well, I talk on women entrepreneurs. You first thing is, how. And what you want to do is listen to what I've said. So you have not listened. I'll try it again.
Oh, I listened. I didn't know you want me to feedback that particular situation.
Yes,
okay,
because
I listened.
Every time you pitch the message of you, it's in relationship to the issues of the person you're talking to.
Right.
So I'll say it again, and then you adapt it and tell me your message, because you're selling here. But you want to sell by mirroring me. So I'm going to say we have about 200 female entrepreneurs who are trying to balance family with their life, and they're really stressed out. So Janice, what do you speak on?
I speak about helping women balance their lives.
No, you have to say, I speak to female you have to follow the formula. I'll tell you what I speak on. You know how female entrepreneurs have this problem. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. You know how female entrepreneurs have this problem where they're trying to balance their home life versus their work life.
Yes.
And they feel like they're split in two.
Yes. Okay.
And so I help these women resolve their issues of feeling overburdened.
Okay, keep going.
Based on my 20 years of experience as a psychologist in the workplace and a fitness and health and fitness expert, I help people overcome their challenges. And I am going to show you a step-by-step set of strategies to get these women on track.
Okay, is that it?
For now.
Okay. All right. So let me just say, I would have done it a little differently based on your credentials, because you're not really saying what the problem is. You just kind of repeated back to me what I said without insight to it. I have to know you have insight to my child. So women are stressed out, and I find that is because there is a split between what causes stress is between the mind and the body. And I understand that split because I spent years as a therapist, and now I am a yoga, whatever you are. And what I do is to stop this stress is to put people that we can use our brains and our bodies at the same time. That the only way to alleviate stress is to, combine these two things, because sitting at a desk every day will not move your career forward. Okay, so I'm going to show how to remove your career forward by creating, I'm going to do it interactive. I'm going to have exercises. People will leave there, blah, 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 blah. So you're going to need to work with Ed over here or John over here or Victoria and say, okay, pretend to be a meeting planner and let me pitch you. And you have to be able to get to your message without going, and I know this because and back again. Janice, you know what you've done. Trust your own instincts. Follow your own advice. Be in touch with your body. Take your message, put it into your body, and speak it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
You know the results you can give people. You know what they're going to say. You know, people say after my seminar, oh my God, I let go. I really realized, you know, what I don't know what people say after your webinar, but a seminar, your speech, but you know, you got to get that down. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, yes.
You got to own it. You got to own it. And it can't be by rote. It has to be from your heart.
Yeah.
You know, I have to get a sense of whatever group you're speaking to, you can really empathize with the challenges they have and what you're going to give them. Okay?
Yeah.
But I don't think you should write this. I think you should start talking it. Ask, you know, go up to a friend, hey, I'm working in this class. Can you do me a favor? Ask me what I speak on and make up an organization you belong to. And let me see if I pitch it. And what do you think?
Okay.
I mean, I think if we all did that, we get so much more confidence in what we talk about.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like practicing for a speech.
I don't know. It's like improv because every person's different. I always, before I pitch, I get information. What are the challenges facing? You know, what are people thinking of? Tell me about it, and then I will take the information in because I know what I can do to an audience. I can imagine them in front of me, and I speak that, and I use that formula. Well, you know, when I talk to female entrepreneurs, I understand their challenges and the problems that they face, that life balance, that do I pick up Johnny from soccer, but I have a meeting over here? Does that mean I'm not a good mother? But I'm a worse mother if I'm not making a living?
Right.
You don't do it by rote. You just don't go, I know people are over. No, you go because you know, you empathize.
Okay.
Got it? Okay.
Yeah.
Victoria, what are you doing? What's going on?
I just emailed you the speech I was working on, and I followed your feedback. Did you? I just emailed it.
Yeah. Okay. I see it right here. Let me see if I can take it and put in a Word doc. Okay.
Oh, you're in Word. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well,
Hold on. No worries. I'll just put in a Word doc, and then I'll all right. Here we go. New document, and paste, and go here, and go here. Video settings. All right. Okay, so
no,
this.
that's not, no. Oh, okay, go up. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, go ahead. You want to read a little of it, Victoria?
Yeah,
and Janice is going to help you. Go ahead.
You said to make it about the audience.
Go ahead.
Question. Okay, how many of you are feeling the world is full of too much hate? Raise your hands. Hate of immigrants, racism, and especially religious intolerance. How many of you turn off the news because it has become too distracting? It's no longer a question of if history will repeat itself, as we see it's repeating itself now. That's why I'm here today, committed to tell my mother's story about how she survived Holocaust during World War II. My mission is to tell her story to make sure no one will forget and the history will not repeat itself. There's no place to hate racism and anti-Semitism in our lives. How many of you experience being bullied or put down because of who you are?
Okay, wait a second. Hold it. You said no for the hate, you know. And if you think it won't, if you think it has nothing to do with you, you are wrong. Okay, now you've set up that you're going to tell your mother's story. So why do we go to this? This is, let's see here. I think this can go like, especially because the news is too distracting, you know, or you ever watch them because of their heritage. No, you don't want people to close their eyes. You know. Okay, so you want to do rhetorical questions at the beginning, but because, you know, because, okay, there's no place, if you think it's not, you are wrong. Okay, now you said you're going to tell your mother's story. Why aren't you telling it?
Because I wanted to add more questions.
Yeah, I would say, you know, I would go like this. We all need to take a stand because what's becoming a national? It's becoming a national pastime. We all need to take a stand because it's becoming because why? Because if we don't take our silence to support them because of who they are and who they're from. I see a hand manager and gave my life. All right, this is too confusing. I think and gave me life. And then tell her story here. Okay?
Okay.
Tell her story here. Victoria did a wonderful job. I'm going to save this and send it back to you in the chat. Then put her story in here. You know, you related it to what's going on now. You did a great job with that. So, you know, mazel tov.
Okay.
Okay.
There's also a speech that at the end I copied. Kamala Harris was speaking on anti-Semitism.
Oh yeah, she's quite a fireball, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
She's amazing. Yeah, she really is amazing.
Should I mention that too, or?
Well, you gotta put your mom's story next. Now we're gonna work on her story.
Okay.
You know, we're going to work on the story of where does the story begin. You know, and I gave you that document right there in chat. Can you see it?
Okay.
You can download it. I like your hair, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Did you get a cut or something?
Oh, just colored. Went go with.
So Victoria, do you have a gig coming up?
I don't, but I'm planning on contacting maybe schools, but the schools are almost over. So.
Well, I just think, where do you live, Victoria? What city you live in?
North of San Diego, Oceanside.
Oh my goodness. Well, what about talking to the B'nai B'rith, calling the JCC, the B'nai B'rith, and the Jewish Federation?
Okay.
Should I write those down? JCC, Jewish Federation, and one more thing. What did I say? Oh, B'nai B'rith. B'nai B'rith. And what about Ed Babcock's thing? Local temples.
Yeah, they just had the shooting again at
Poway.
In San Diego. That's where I go to my physical therapy. Like.
Yes, this is the time for your message. This is the
So
time.
I have a question about her speech. So after she talks about her mother's story, how does she tie it all back? How does she tie it up in a neat bow?
I would assume it's from what we can all do. I would assume it would be a call to action. A call to action to say, here's what you can do. And give at least 3 things that we can do. What can we do? It's overwhelming right now. People are overwhelmed, but I think if you're talking to other Jewish people, I think there are things that people can do that take time, whether it's donate, or, you know, if you don't have time, then donate, or, you know, what can you do? How do you speak out?
What can you do? I mean,
well, you're going to have to listen to her speech.
Victoria, do you know what your call to action is going to be, Victoria?
Yeah, your call to actions to be to educate yourself, educate others,
Right.
tell the story that I'm telling you, that yeah, teach your kids and teach people who are not aware of it that Holocaust did exist, and if we don't do anything about it, if we don't educate ourselves, it will happen again.
So
Okay.
education is one step.
Educate, maybe donate, and maybe something else.
Educate, donate. And
Yeah, get three call to actions. That would be good.
give time.
And I also think it's very important to teach it in schools.
Yeah.
History.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially, I would start with the middle schools. I don't know why I say that, but I just think that's when they're beginning to reach out. I work with fifth graders, and they're just beginning to see outside themselves, and they're still, fresh and receptive.
Middle school. Yeah.
All right,
What about,
kids.
Judy, what about private Jewish schools?
Private Jewish school. Yeah, but it's kind of like teaching to the choir. Yeah.
Well, kind of, but
Depends on what your call to actions are.
Yeah.
If you come up with something new. I want to do one more thing here. John Morris sent me a video. How long is it, John?
A little over 2 minutes, just barely over 2
All right,
minutes.
2 minutes. So we can watch a 2-minute video. Let's see, that's not it. That's not, oh, here it is. Is that no, that's not it. That's not it. You sent it to me, right, John?
Yes, the second one I sent to you is.
Okay, I got it. I got it. Just found it. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay. All right. So we're going to watch this, and let's give him some advice. This is for media, to send it out to the media. Let's see what we have here, and let me just share it. Here we go.
I'm John Morse. I've been an aviation attorney for more than 40 years, defending lawsuits arising out of airplane crash cases. I've been following the saga of the Boeing 737MX and the crashes which occurred in Indonesia and Ethiopia. Now, many people have suggested that Boeing will face huge damage awards arising out of those crashes. I have a different take. In my opinion, Boeing is likely to face little in the way of legal liability arising out of those crashes, and far less than it would had one of those crashes occurred in the United States. Now, Boeing's already been sued by several of the crash victims in the United States. However, Boeing has consistently been successful in having those cases dismissed to be refiled in the countries where the crashes occurred and where the potential damage awards are far lower. I suspect that most, if not all, of the cases filed and to be filed in the United States will be dismissed and settled based upon the potential damage awards in Indonesia and Ethiopia. Boeing may also face claims for loss of use from its airline customers for the time the airplanes are out of use. However, the Boeing purchase agreement specifically disclaims liability for such damages, and I suspect that that disclaimer would be upheld. In my opinion, the airplanes will be returned to service in a few months with improved computer software and improved pilot training, and the liability issues are likely to blow over shortly after that. Boeing is likely to provide some training credits and some discounts on future purchases to satisfy its customers. However, competition from Airbus rather than legal liability is likely to be the deciding factor.
Okay, and now we go to the Night King. Okay, anybody, comments?
In the show, Blood Raven showed Bran the event.
First of all, what is this for?
Exactly. Yes. What is this for? Yes? John, what is
Are
this
you
for?
asking me?
Yes.
This would be a counterpoint to people that think that Boeing's going to have huge liability and their stock's going to tumble and they're going to go out of business.
Who is the video for?
Who's going to listen to it?
I would
Watch
say people on the people in the business channels might be interested in this.
Okay, here's what you say, John.
Mhm.
You say, "Hi, I'm John Morris. I am an aviation expert. I want to talk to the news, tell the news to be one of your, I'm willing to be a go-to expert to help the public discern the investigations into all the recent airline crashes. You cannot focus on Boeing. It's too late. There was just another crash, I think, today or yesterday. I mean, you have to, what you're doing is you're pitching yourself as a media expert. So you can't be really talking about something that happened a month ago, which the news cycle is too fast. So you have to say, "Hi, I'm John Morris. I've yelled at Bob. I've worked here, blah, aviation expert. There have been airline crashes from Boeing to this, to that, to this, and I can provide insights to exactly what happened, the liability of the company, the responsibility, what exactly happened, and who's at fault."
Okay.
That's what you need to say and send it to CNN, right?
Okay.
But you have to have at least one insight that is really interesting. Like, for instance, on the blah, blah, blah crash, I was the one who forecasted that it was the blah, blah, blah that did the blah, 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 right?
Okay.
Because of me, passengers got millions of, I don't know what it is you want to say. But I'm just saying, who, what, where, when, why, who are you? What are you doing? I want to be on the news. I say exactly what you want to the camera, but it has to be with some passion. It can't be like, I want to be on the news and I want to tell you, it has to be, I'm your go-to expert. You guys need airline expert, next airline crash, call me. I'll be able to provide the insights, insider information, blah, 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 blah. Okay, does that make sense?
It was too dry. It was too dry and too wordy and too much technical. You got lost in the shuffle, the details.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not talking to professionals. You're talking to the news. You need to go like, "Hey, I'm going to get into the insights and tell you, give it some historic, because I was the one that, went through the airline crash with back in blah, blah. I know history." Because you're an older man, play that to your advantage by going, have someone who knows, who was there and has some friggin' history that can give some insight and perspective to the recent one to talk to about how it happened in the past.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so use that to your advantage. But you're really selling yourself as a media expert. So you've got to be a little more, like energy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I ask a question? Judy,
Yeah.
can he use the same approach that you showed me last time by asking questions? Have you been looking for an expert?
Well, yeah, you could start that off. It's like, hey, airline disasters seem to be happening more than ever. Have you noticed that airline disasters are happening, right? You need some go-to experts. That's me.
Yeah.
John Morris, graduate of Yale, blah, 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 blah. When that plane crashed, American Airlines crashed, that was me. I was on the investigating team. And there's a lot of crashes. I can help you decipher it. Let me be your go-to expert. Bam. And
I think people will really respond to the part about I was on the investigating team. I would really push that because you have the insider's point of view.
Yeah, it's all about your credentials, right? But you don't want to, you don't want to do it like read a resume. I graduated from Yale. Yeah, Like, the American airline investigation? I was on that. That was me. And I can give you perspective on current crashes, relate them to the history, and give some insider information about these to put things in perspective. All right, I'll send you guys, I'll put this up. I'll send you the...
Hey, John, I think one of the things that I would suggest is the coat and tie gives you instant
Yeah.
credibility.
Yeah, I like it.
For the market you're going after. I look at you with your coat and tie on tonight, and I'm like, yeah, this guy knows his stuff. Whether you don't know anything or not. But
And maybe you could have a few degrees behind you on the wall.
oh yeah, that's a good idea too.
Yeah, maybe a picture of you and somebody.
And have somebody rush in and say, it's the Pentagon. They need your help on that.
Pentagon calling, gotta go. But I like that. I love that. I think anything you can to possess.
Or a picture of you at a crash site.
And now wait, yeah.
Now, just so you know, I normally don't get to go to the crash site. We normally get involved after the smoke clears.
Yeah, but you can put some pictures of the crash site.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
All right. There's your feedback. And we got Daniel. Have we met Daniel? Are you there? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I sure can. I can't see you. But
I'm not in a place where I can turn on my camera right now.
Oh, okay. You're in a whorehouse, something.
Well, not quite, but okay. Let your mind wander.
Yeah. All right. So, hey, Daniel, what's going on? You're the last one. We're going to end here.
Yeah, this was, I actually kind of stumbled across your email saying you were doing this session, and so that's why I'm just now stepping in. I've got to do some catching up. I joined the group financially a while ago, and I haven't taken advantage, and now I'm wanting to do that. So you'll see and hear more from me as time moves on here.
Great. Why don't you just do one, look at the introductory video, do some of the exercises, and take a shot. Because here's the thing, you just want to be on the board. You just want to try one thing, throw it out there, and one thing leads to another. A lot of the people who are here have been here for a while. And it took them a long time, just like you, to start. But once you start and you get now Janice is going to be asking her friends. She goes, hey, ask me what I speak on. Pretend to be a meeting planner, right? Yeah. And she'll start saying it and say it more. Ed over here doesn't say much, doesn't bring in homework, but the guy's got all these gigs now. Don't ask me how. He's an amazing guy. Victoria is amazing too, because Victoria came in with just her mom's story, and how do we relate that to something going on now? And now she's developed this wonderful introduction piece that connects to the audience. Ed Babcock found I'm just gonna talk to my church. Now he's booked. They want him every Sunday. Janice is doing things as a therapist and a life balance person, and she's got her whole sales file. She didn't get that the first day. It's taken the girl months and months and months. It's small steps, and we're all moving forward. And it just doesn't happen overnight. It's a whole process, and we're so glad you're here, Daniel.
Well,
and maybe I'm going to have some wonderful stories to tell you all next time, because guess where I'm going? I'm going to New York, and then I'm going to Barcelona and tour Spain just for the hell of it.
Well,
I know, right? So I'll see when I get back. We'll have and hopefully we'll have some more stories, some more things, and continue on, because it looks like this group is really getting gigs, and I'm just so proud of you. Just make sure you tape them and get good quality audio. It's a good investment. Anybody have anything? You know what? I'm going to leave this open. You guys can talk among yourselves.
So you will not be available, Judy, if I want a session, private session?
I'm coming back the 25th of May, in a couple weeks.
Okay.
All right. And then
have a nice vacation.
Thank you. So I'll leave you. You can talk among yourselves and set up a time to get together while I'm gone and work on stuff, make commitments to each other. It really helps. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Well, who wants to talk first?
It looks like it's just, well, Daniel's still here.
It's just
Yeah,
like the
I'm
three of us.
still hanging here. I'm going to need to step away in a few moments here, but I like I said, I joined financially several months ago, but I haven't partaken of anything. So I'm going to start joining the group.
What is your shtick? What do you want to talk about?
Well, I've been talking about cultural diversity and equity, particularly in public school systems. I've been
Okay.
working with
Now, what do you mean by diversity and equity?
there is so much diversity within our school systems right now, and quite frankly, not everybody has access to everything that they should have. So I work with school systems, administrators, and teachers on how do we identify the implicit bias and the institutional biases that may be preventing some students from achieving to their full potential.
Well, let me ask you this. Are you suggesting that we need to do more to bring the lower performing students up? And if so, how do you avoid bringing the higher performance students down to, because you can get equity by bringing the higher performance students down.
No, it's what I talk about is how do we create the rigor and vigor to engage all of our students, because it's not about bringing anything down, it's about raising everybody up. And so that's what I work on with school systems.
Are you doing it with the public schools, the charter schools, or?
A combination of both, mostly public schools.
And where are you located?